Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer, the moniker, a semantic deconstruction. Now, we're taking a kind of unique, actually a highly constrained approach to our subject matter today. We're looking at a single, incredibly brief piece of source text. It's literally just 2 words long. But these 2 words form this absolutely chilling, globally recognized moniker. So instead of getting lost in a massive maze of historical data, we're going to perform a surgical, semantic deconstruction of this exact phrase. We really want to understand how language shapes our perception of reality.
Okay, let's dive right into this. The entirety of our source material is, well, it's just 2 words. Zodiac killer. Take a second. Just let the absolute starkness of those words sink in. It's actually almost jarring to hear them presented so plainly, isn't it? When they're completely stripped of all context, stripped of the whole narrative, it's just the raw text itself standing entirely alone.
Section 1. The moniker, a study in contrast. Now, what's really interesting about this juxtaposition is that to truly grasp why this specific phrase carries such immense psychological weight for us, we really have to see how these 2 words collide. It's this incredible, honestly almost haunting contrast. On one hand, right, you have a word that carries all these connotations of the heavens, of vastness, and these huge astrological cycles. And then, on the exact other hand, you have a word that is just so deeply grounded in a brutal, violent, and completely undeniable physical reality. This crazy tension between the celestial and the visceral, that is exactly what gives the phrase its unique power.
Section 2. Defining zodiac, the esoteric half.
Let's isolate that first word to see how this builds. By definition, the zodiac is a belt of the heavens. It's a circle of astrological signs conveying cosmic mystery. And, this word inherently injects a massive sense of the esoteric right into our minds. It invokes the grand, the ancient, and the totally unknown. When you use it as a modifier, it elevates whatever comes next from a standard, everyday descriptor to something that feels, well, almost mythical, larger than life for sure. It speaks to patterns in the stars, things that are entirely beyond human control.
Moving right along to Section 3, Defining Killer, the Grim Reality.
So a killer is one who causes death. It's a definitive, fatal, earthly reality. And wow, this second word just completely shatters the astrological mystique of the first one, doesn't it? It violently pulls you out of the clouds and slams you directly into absolute finality. There's zero mystery in the definition of this word. It's an undeniable endpoint. It basically grounds the whole phrase with this incredibly heavy anchor of dread.
And that brings us to Section 4, an enduring title, the sum of its parts. So, the crucial point here is that the profound friction between these 2 distinctly defined words, you've got one vast and cosmic, the other blunt and fatal, it creates this lasting psychological imprint in our cultural psyche. The human brain really struggles to reconcile the mystical with the murderous. It's like 2 opposing forces clashing. And this brings us to a final, really provocative thought to leave you with. What power does a mere name hold when the truth remains a void? We've just seen how only 2 words meticulously combined can construct this towering psychological presence. It forces us to ask ourselves why certain language endures so heavily in our minds. I really hope this structured look at semantics leaves you wanting to explore exactly how the language we use shapes the mysteries that terrify us the most. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.